Here in the post-game interview here with head coach Lou Esposito, we have Nick Trolian. We also have Nick Couturier and William Gist. Guys, in particular, Coach, talk about today's victory against a good quality opponent.
Well, I think the biggest thing for us has always been, our recipe for success this year. I think when you have a team that is built a certain way, you have to be able to run the ball, you have to be able to stop the run, and you got to control turnovers, and then play good red zone offense and red zone defense. And I think as a whole, we did that. Now there's some pieces that we need to work on still, but it was a great team win. We flipped the field on special teams. We did a good job on defense, did a good job on offense, executing the game plan. So it was really, really exciting for us.
What about the defense, Lou, on those last couple of stops? You gave up the field goal, but that was after a long drive. That's basically a win. And then hold them on that fourth down play on later.
The guys have really played unbelievable. They played so hard all game. And I think, and you don't see that, but as I was calling the defense, I asked them down there, what do you guys want to run? What do you guys want to run? And they went with a call. And when you have guys that have bought in and doing things the right way, it's hard to stop them. And it just showed. We got great kids. We got great kids that understand it's hard to win football games and you have to play hard. There were some things that we felt execution-wise that we did a little bit better than they did, and it showed. But again, it's a hats off to them. That group. Literally that last call, that fourth down. I asked them. I'm going nuts on the sideline saying, "What do you want? What do you want?" They called the defense and they went out and executed it to perfection. It was great. It was so exciting. Can't tell you how proud I was of those guys today.
Can you talk a little bit about that play, the fourth down play and being able to stop them and what that meant for the defense and also for basically it sealed it to win this game?
We played hard all day, and we knew coming into it that they were going to be an old school, downhill kind of football team, and we're a smaller athletic defense. Guys did great flying around with the ball all day, and so at the end of the game, when they had to air it out, that kind of played into our favor.
Nick, talk about the physicality of this game in particular. You guys seem to have really gotten stronger as the years went on. 47 yards is all they had rushing, and they had some big boys in the backfield. So talk about how physical and how that's been preached as the years gone on.
I think more than physicality, it just came down to a team effort of game tackling. If you look at the stat sheet, I'm sure there's a lot more assists than solo tackles. The defense as a whole played really well today flying the ball.
Lou, talked before about going up to D2 and being able to compete on that level, and a lot of it was just the depth issue, which you talked about, and also the physicality of it all, that you come out of a game like this or previous games, where you're hurting pretty bad. How do you come out of this one physically? How you feeling? And what does it tell for your team to be able to knock off a D2 team like this?
Well, the first thing is obviously the physicality part. We could play good rush defense because of what our offense does. We see it every day in practice. So they try to run the ball. So the kids have become more physical throughout the year. And we talk about iron sharpens iron all the time. Goods are going against goods all the time, make them better. So that's the first part. The second thing is there were some guys limping off that game. That was a physical football game for us. The week before, they played the University of Indianapolis and had over 340 yards rushing. And they lined up in a couple formations and went downhill at them. So all week, that's all we harped on with us on defense. Talking about rushing the ball, got to stop the run, got to stop the run. They had, they had 33 attempts for 47 yards. Our recipe here is if we can run the ball on offense and we can stop the run on defense, we're going to have a shot to win football games. So as far as the injury goes, I'll know more tomorrow, but I know guys are banged up, and that's going to be part of it. And I think as coaches, we do a good job of pulling back a little bit and doing some things in practice to get guys healthy, but we'll see. And we got to bounce back for a good St. Joseph's College team that's coming in here that did the same thing that we did to Quincy. So it'll be fun for us.
William, can you speak to that a little bit on the first half, rushing the ball and what you were able to do, especially with that first time touch the ball?
Well, the offensive line did a great job, extremely great job of getting guys on the ground and rolling guys forward. So basically, our offense is predicated on reads and it's gap schemes and read zones. So I just had to follow those big guys up front, and they did everything that we could ask them to do to be successful in running the ball, passing the ball, and just winning the game.
Nate, talk about the catch that you had. It sustained a drive, kind of a circus grab over the middle, but you've also had a lot of production, 9 catches last week and a good game again today.
Basically on the catch, it was a great play call by the coach up in the box. Great throw by the quarterback, and I'm just out there to make plays, and that's what I want to do on that play. As for the production, I'm just out there doing what I need to do for the offense to be successful. And like Gist just said, we need to run the ball to be able to throw the ball, and we're running the ball great, so it opens up the pass game.
when you drive down the field and score on the first possession. You did that last week as well. What's the secret to coming out strong like that in games and getting yourself a lead?
I mean, we just come out all hyped up. We're ready to go. We've played some big games, some good teams, and so we're just ready to go when we play those teams.
Yeah, how do you feel the team's developing?
I think the team's developing really great. As for like the run game, pass game, we're doing an unbelievable job for the game today. I mean, it was the ultimate team victory. Special teams were outstanding. Defense was outstanding, getting stops, and offense was running the ball, passing the ball, so it was great.
Talk about next week, Coach. Again, St. Joseph's coming in here, a team that's also very, very tough. And what do you look for in that contest?
I think, again, we're just going to have our recipe. I haven't watched any film on them, so I don't really know. I mean, we watched a little crossover with the team that we just played. I think at the end of the day, we're going to have to worry about us and do the things that win. We're going to have to run the ball. We're going to have to stop the run and not turn the ball over. And I think that's our recipe for success. When we have such a young team, you don't want to put young guys in bad situations. And then just make sure our kids are ready to go and they're playing hard. Again, with a young group, you just have to have the guys playing hard and executing the schemes, and that's what they've been doing. And again, like I brought Nate here. Nate's a guy that we talk about who you can trust. And these guys here we can trust, and that's important for us. And I think the more guys we have, the more guys buying in, the more things that we're doing the right way, the better we're going to be. And right now we're going into the last part of the season. We're not young anymore. We're all sophomores. We're all juniors. We're not all seniors. But we're all sophomores and juniors.